Hey guys, welcome back. Are we going to explain what's behind us for the third episode in a row?
Oh, okay, yep. So for the third episode in a row, which none of these episodes are seen because the first one had audio problems.
No, the first one.
No, first one had video problems. No, first one had.
Yeah, you didn't press record.
First one I didn't press record.
Second one.
Second one, the audio.
Yeah.
My laptop fucked the audio. Third one, Jack.
It was not my fault. It was Audacity's fault.
Well, it was yours. You weren't
dying.
prepared enough.
That cactus is getting like, what's going on?
Are you sure it's dying or is
Yeah,
it
look
just,
at it.
No,
Like,
but what if it's just doing what it does every year?
I don't. Nah, look at it. It's like all wrinkly and stuff. If any cactus connoisseurs,
If any experts, if any
what's going on with
fauna, I was gonna say flower experts, but you
what's going
can't
on
say
with my cacti?
fauna to be more
I'm gonna
scientifically
have to buy a new
precise.
cacti, unfortunately.
Oh,
Do you know how hard it was getting it in that little pot?
when you cacti?
Yeah, that cacti there probably gave me at least like nightmares for 3 or so days, just because of the pain of those little pricks going inside of me. That's one of the worst pains in the world, I think.
A cacti?
A cacti pricking you. It hurts. It's a very fucking serious issue, I think, in the world, if I'm being honest.
I mean, it might be like people do get injured by a lot of things, and our sensitive generation might find cacti a bit too, rough, and it might cause people microaggressions and fuck, I don't know. Figure it out yourself.
Cancel the cacti.
Cancel cacti.
Cancel
It
cacti.
might trend
2020.
just for the rhyme.
Cancel the cacti.
Cancel the cacti. See this. Wow, what a podcast.
Cancel cacti.
Wow,
Jack.
so interesting.
Ooh. Anyway, welcome back.
Welcome back.
For the third time, we've spruced it up a little.
We
bit.
hope for ourselves most of all, because if no one sees this, then it's just going to be annoying again. But we decided to,
Explain it a fourth time.
fill the room up with, our heroes, JRD, Jimmy Butler and Ibrahimovic. We decided to get, something from
The
a different...
boys.
Everyone that we
Everyone we've
idolize
got in
or
the group
look up
chat.
to in some way.
Everyone we've got in the group chat, we
Everyone
decided
in the
to pop
chat,
up on the
bro.
wall.
All the boys in the chat.
So yeah, we were like, you know what, we want to make sure the boys are
Our
involved.
boys don't want to be podding, so we pod for
Honestly,
them.
they were a bit scared. They were a bit scared of.
They're here in spirit.
They were
Yeah,
scared
Zlatan
of
Ibrahimovic is definitely
He was
scared.
scared of the occasion. So they just like,
And Zlatan,
we want to be there, but we can't be there.
I reckon out of everyone in this world, Zlatan is the least fearful of anything.
He probably would be the least fearful person in general, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think...
Him or, it's between him and David Goggins.
No, but like, Zlatan would be fearless in every situation.
Yeah.
David Goggins, he talks about a lot, like, how he struggled to speak. And, Zlatan wouldn't have any of that fear in the first place. Like, he would just... Even if he was shit at it, he'd probably just go up there.
But like Zlatan knows.
Yeah.
Zlatan knows everything.
And even if he was bad, he'd think he'd be the best.
Yeah.
Fair play to him. In
Fair
that
play
case.
to him.
Whereas David, I think he needs to get past that. Like,
Yeah.
David's the toughest man in the world. Like,
Probably.
like no doubt. Everything
Mentally,
he did,
yeah.
everything he did with a hole in his heart.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
Wow,
All
isn't
those-
that so inspirational? This man did everything with a whole heart. Our friend over here has a hole in his lung, so I understand
Yeah,
why.
and I still do everything, and I abide by the same rules. I'm just on the journey.
Yeah.
Hey, when he was 21, he was like some big fatty.
Yeah, and so was Jack.
Yeah.
He's 21 and he's a big fatty.
Just a big fatty. And so yeah, if anything, in about 8 years' time, if I'm an ultra marathon runner, don't be surprised.
You all saw it coming.
Yeah.
You all saw it early.
Yeah. On a different note, today, right, the story I said I was going to talk about. I've been in a pretty shitty mood because at my work right now we're doing a bunch of deliveries because like it's busy and it's going up to Christmas and like we're just busy. So I'm in my boss's car, right, and I've got like this 6-foot trailer on the back of me, and I'm going down south. I'm driving for like an hour and a half, and I'm like tired, and I'm just like not focused. And I came up to a freeway off section at whatever road it is. I don't give a fuck right now. But I was coming up, and then I swear to God, I feel like I closed my eyes for like 2 seconds, and I don't know why, but like it was just a normal like eyes closed, just like rubbing my face or something. I opened my eye, I opened my eyes again, and there the car was like right in front of me, and I was like, oh fuck! I slammed on the brakes, and like I rear-ended there, but it was like it was a little bit, but it wasn't much. Like so, thankfully I stopped it before it got real bad.
And what did the lady say?
when she first got out of the car, and she was like fuming. Like she got out and she was like yelling at me to get like, get out. I was like, relax, I'm getting out. I knew I fucked up instantly. I was like,
yeah.
And I was like, in my boss's car, like not even my car, like everything. Whenever I fuck up badly, it's always extreme. Like I find like
it's at someone else's expense most of the time.
Yeah. So like I mean, last time when I got my car broken into, it was when I was renting a car for a week.
Yeah.
And I was like, how can this bullshit happen to me when I'm fucking like. And
renting
anyway,
a car, yeah.
And so, but she got out of the car and she's like yelling, and I was like, "Look, sorry." She looked at the car, like she's got like 3 scratches on it, you know. But at the end of the day, I did still just remember. Yeah. And she goes, "Okay, do you want?" We're in the middle of this intersection where it's quite busy, so she's like, "Oh, do you want to just go to the petrol station just down the road and we'll like talk there?" And I was like, "Yeah, let's go." She goes from fucking this person who's livid. I just say sorry once, and she's then the nicest person in the world for some reason.
Yeah, because she probably saw that the damage wasn't that big. And she probably got hit and was like, "Holy shit, he's ruined my car."
Yeah, I think she also just knew that I was like, I didn't come out being like, "Oh fuck you."
Yeah. I didn't really do much. You should have kept driving, lady.
Yeah, I know it was a red light, but keep going.
Pussy.
Stop! Don't stop. Why'd you stop?
Pussy.
But yeah, no. So that was a pretty downer on my day. And then I had to get back. I didn't get back like until late because of that.
Oh yeah.
And then
so your day was like wasted in some sense.
And I just had to. Then I had to go into my boss's office, give him his keys back, and be like, "Yo."
Did you dent his car?
No, he's a big RAV4, so like for him it's like
Oh okay.
He got a dented number plate. That's about it. Yeah, he's just like whatever. But he was actually kind of cool about it. He was like, yeah, whatever. Shit happens. Like you're driving a lot. So
yeah, when you're driving a lot, yeah, it's expected almost.
He's just like, you know what, you live and you learn, move on.
Crazy.
And he's just like, you do what you gotta do. So yeah, that's put a sad one on my mood. But
shit, what happened to me? Nothing interesting.
Nothing. No car crashes. I was so frustrated because
I cleaned my car. I guess
that's
counts.
The first time I've ever been in a like my fault.
Yeah,
which is so annoying because I was like, I kind of like that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, now
you've ruined one second. You ruined your clean sheet.
1 second.
You ruined your clean sheet.
That feeling, by the way, of that car, me opening my eyes and the car being right there, terrifying.
Yeah, terrifying.
Even though I was not going very fast.
Yeah, it was still
because I was just like, I know I'm gonna hit them, and it's like when you hit cars, right?
It's like a millisecond, you know it's done.
No, but at the same time, when you hit a car, it's a weird feeling you get because they're 2 big objects that you can't really control the force of. So it's just like when you hit it, it's kind of just like, whoa.
Yeah,
It's kind of just like because
it moves.
Yeah, and I think that's why she was initially angry because she got out and she was like holding her neck and she was like, oh, and I was like,
I want fucking compo.
Get a new neck.
I want me compo.
I was lucky as well.
Yo, I'm about to get some neck.
It was a pretty. She came in and gave me neck.
Yeah, she's like shit.
But yeah,
you bumped me. Let me bump you back.
I'm also glad she didn't have a nice car. Like it was just like imagine there was like an Audi R8. And I'm just
they're the worst as well.
Yeah, and I was just like, that would have been pretty bad.
Someone driving that, if you saw this, if they saw a scratch on their car, they'd be like, I'm suing your whole company.
She already called her insurance and stuff. So because I got a call like half an hour later, being like, I need your details. And I was like, okay, nice. Here you are. Relax, lady. I'm on it.
Do you want my house number as well?
She does. She asked for it. She's like, what's your address? I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they need everything.
Yeah, no, she's going to be
just in case you try like a void.
She's actually coming on this podcast. I invited her. I was like, you know what would be great? You know, like.
Would you? Any chance?
I'll actually upgrade your car if you want to just come on and tell your side of the story.
I might be asking for too much, but
I'll drive you since I fucked up your car. But like, yeah.
Imagine if she was hot and you can get a number.
That would have been great. That would have been like, I'll pay for your car. Don't worry about it.
Pay for anything you like.
I'll buy you a new car. That would be like, imagine like going to your daughter in the future and being like, and she's like, how did you and mummy meet?
Car crash.
Rammed her car once. Then I
rammed her. Then I rammed her sister.
Yeah, that's. Why would you tell me?
What happened to me? Something funny happened to me today. It wasn't funny. It was funny to me. It wasn't funny to the person. So I was cleaning my car, and since my parent sister knows more than I do about cars, apparently, because she was looking through because she opened up the engine. She opened up the engine, and she was like, "You're cool." Listen to this. No. She's like,
her skirt goes up, and you're like, "Whoa."
She's like, "Your coolant's empty." I was like, bitch, what do you mean? I filled up the water before, because I thought she meant like the coolant.
Coolant is the
yes,
stuff.
I understand now what coolant is. Okay. It's everyone else that doesn't know, everyone else that's like me, everyone else that doesn't give a fuck, because
I honestly didn't know
everything.
that long ago. Yeah, I would YouTube it.
Bro, this is why okay. I'll explain the story and then I'll go into something else after. So anyways, my sister's like, you're coolant, blah, blah, blah. I was like, okay. She explains to me what it is. It's not the water that sprinkles your things. It's the thing that makes your car not heat itself up, the parts. Anyways, we go to the shops and my sister tells the lady, she's like, it's basically empty. Because the lady says, before you refill it, it either has to be empty or you have to empty it out. Like you have to like get it out because it's like hot sometimes, the coolant. Anyhow, she tells my sister, she's like, what car? Blah, blah, blah. I tell them the car. Blah, blah, blah. They're like, what's your rego? They're surprised that I don't know my rego. Whoa, cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, lady. So you work at fucking super cheap auto and you know everyone's rego when I don't.
I know it.
Ooh.
Imagine.
You know what, lady? I know my phone number.
Imagine she
Not many
recalls
people.
your. Imagine she recalls your like rego right
She's
there.
like, I remember you coming in buying buying car seats before.
Fee4.
5-4 fun. Anyways, so she tells us to buy she's like, you'll need about 6.6 liters of coolant.
Yeah, it's standard.
Cool. Didn't think much of it. Lady knows better than us. We buy.
It's a lot of coolant.
There's no 6. They didn't have an 8 liter one, so we had to buy a 5 liter and a 1 liter. She's like, that'll be enough. Don't worry about this 0.6. We're like, cool.
Wait, why would you? Okay,
Let me explain.
Yeah, I'll let you go.
We get home. My sister's like, put in the 1 liter one first, and then the rest. I was like, cool. I start filling it up with the 1 liter, and I'm looking at my sister. I'm like, it's getting a bit full. She's like, nah, it just looks like that. I was like, it's getting a bit full from this 1 liter. She's like, okay. I fill it up 1 liter. It's basically almost to the brim. Maybe another like less than half a liter to be in there. And I look at her. I'm like, you got fucked. And she's like, what the fuck? And I was like, I mean, like, she's like, oh, I guess the parents can just use it. I was like, yeah, but even if they fucking get to
for the next 6 years,
I was like, to her, and since she doesn't have a license, I was like, hopefully, you know, we'll save you some by the time you get a license.
Jack can come over and he can get some coolant.
Yeah, so if anyone needs some extra coolant, my house has got 6 liters, 6 free liters.
You're on the side of the road with like a garage like sale sign, and it's just
free
coolant,
free coolant and Kool-Aid.
Yeah, no, it's like just a coolant sign saying coolant tip, please. And it's just like there's a couple of cents in your.
So yeah, she got played.
There's a lady that does that on my street with mangoes. Oh. And I've never taken a mango, nor have I ever tipped. But hey, if you want coolant,
I'd tip. But yeah, if you need coolant, come to Hard Jokes. I did that in the last episode where I gave out my address and I beeped it out. So no more of that. That was very stupid of me.
Somewhere in Perth, you can find us.
No.
How about you just like
Madagascar?
You can DM.
We're in Madagascar.
You can DM Rash personally.
Yeah, and ask for my address
or in general, just any car tips. Like
if you like
that V8.
If you need to know like
how to get it faster, how to tune the spark plugs. I know that doesn't make sense. I just know what a spark plug is because my spark plugs had to be replaced recently. Yeah, you gotta change that timing belt because it's time. Yeah. For a new belt. Yeah, you need. Whenever I go to the mechanic and he's like to me, oh yeah, this and that, and I just think in my head, I'm like, you could be fucking me over 100% of the time, and I have no clue, and I'm just like, the bolts, you're nodding around, like, yeah. He's like, man. I see what you're doing there. He's like the rubber around your seats, you know, just you can hear it squeaking. You know, you should change that. How much is that? $500. Oh, okay, yeah, for sure, brother. Seems reasonable. For sure, brother. Because since I make down the road's doing it for $800. Yeah, 500 seems like a good deal. Since I make so much money, anyways. I like car guys are the equivalent of horse girls, in my opinion. But there's car girls, and there's horse guys. There is, obviously. Dude, have you met any jockeys? But that's not a car. That's not. What do you mean? No, you can't see it like that.
because the difference is a car girl or a horse girl or a horse guy.
You're right there, just not talking into your mic.
No, I'm just. Oh, sorry. I was just cleaning it up. Anyways, we're not cleaning it up. The paint's falling off. But doesn't matter. It still works.
And please tell me how that's different.
Okay, I'll explain like this. The people that are like horse girls and stuff, most of them aren't riding horses professionally, are they?
No, neither are car guys.
No, I'm not saying what. No, you said it's the same as jockeys. That's the thing.
No, I'm just saying that there are horse guys.
Oh,
they
yeah,
are called
probably.
jockeys.
No, because jockeys are different.
What, you think there isn't a competition for who can be a better jockey? You think that there's just 12 jockeys in the world?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying they're actually doing it for a sport. Those horse girls and those car guys.
I'm saying there's some
for sport.
Yeah, there's some female mechanics.
What are you talking about?
There's female mechanics.
I know there is.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm talking about the difference between.
That's a profession, and so is a jockey.
Yeah, but that's two totally different things.
Yeah.
You're taking.
So is a car and a horse.
You being a jockey has nothing to do with you taking care of the horse.
Yeah, but I'm pretty.
You
sure
ride the horse.
I'm pretty sure you'd enjoy horses.
Probably.
That's what I'm saying. You're a horse guy.
You're a fucking horse.
That's all I'm saying. All I was trying to make is a point saying that car guys are very similar to horse girls, and I think that's a match made in heaven. And I think if you're into cars, you should maybe read up on your horses, and if you're into horses, maybe you should read up into your cars.
Fucking paint.
And maybe you may find true love. I think that's where you should be looking personally. I'm not saying I'm a matchmaker, but
you might be.
I think I know my shit. I can't
doing this podcast with this paint all over me.
Yeah, I understand that because you seem to have an issue with it, and then you're just going to go scratch more off. And
no, I'm just looking at it, but probably end up scratching it all off, even though it's going to ruin my fucking mic. It won't ruin it, just won't. Even though I bought this mic, and within a 2-week period, the little fucking thing fell off, so I had to super glue it. And when I super glued it angle, like on a different angle. So now, even when I switch it, it goes down further. So I don't actually know like exactly.
And my mic is in pristine condition.
Well, I move my mic around because I use my mic,
and then
I bring it here. He just leaves this here.
I just chuck it on the floor.
Yep. And I bring it around in a bag.
I actually throw it at the wall sometimes as well. It's just, but I take care of it. Yeah.
Well, mine's scratched up from all the experience.
Just so much experience.
Like all of these dents are like just classic hits that I'm making lately.
Yeah, just elbows.
No, just like.
Oh, okay. You mean
like hits, like the ARIA charts, bro. The ARIA charts.
Yeah.
Because that's what we're heading for with the ARIA charts.
I can't wait to be top of the ARIA charts. That's my number one goal, is to be top of the ARIA charts.
Is it?
Yeah. What did you make of the shooting on the weekend?
Oh, the assassination.
Big assassination of big. Was it Michael?
I have no idea what the name is. I don't want to be involved.
I don't care. I'll be involved. It's interesting as shit. I love.
Oh no! What happened
there? I love the fact that there's gang violence in Perth.
I mean, there's always been gang violence. It's just not been so clear.
Yeah, but this is cool. Like, this is cool gang violence. You get what I'm saying?
Cool. I mean, yeah, I guess like there's not really any assassasinations that are just so like in the open.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was so weird, and like
he did it at,
like
what's it called again? Perth Metropolis. Metroplex.
I think.
Why do they say Metropolis?
They're in a metropolis. They're in Atlantis.
They're at metros.
They're in. Yeah.
That's what Metropolis. That's what the extended name of metros is. Metropolis.
That would have been such a better story. There's a sniper outside of metros.
Well, apparently they don't know if he was in the venue somewhere or if he was somewhere like nearby, but it was definitely a sniper shot. It was definitely very clean of a shot because killed him.
Just after one shot as well. Like, he didn't miss.
Yeah, he grazed the kid's leg and the bullet went through and hit some other guy that's apparently dating, you think his daughter or something.
That's mental, hey.
It's crazy.
It's like
nothing like that.
Family shot, bank shot.
Did you hear like legitimately?
He's gone for the quad.
Legitimately after like a
Kill
few days. On that Monday, they like raided every like see what the fuck is wrong with me today? They raided every biker establishment.
Yeah, trying to find out. They think it might have even been the same bikie group he was a part of.
Yeah,
because he isn't actually even their president anymore.
Yeah, apparently
which makes actually probably the most sense in my eyes. Like, that's what.
Yeah, apparently that there was like civil.
No,
quarrel.
It doesn't actually.
There was a civil quarrel in there. So like, what was happening was, I'm guessing they tried to get rid of him in order for someone else to step up and take over.
They also said apparently, like,
but it's just, you know what's crazy? Before it was always like if there was any wars, it'd be like a drive-by, or like they'd meet each other in like their own little territory and fuck shit up. This was like a paid assassin.
Yeah, this was big.
This was like, I reckon it wasn't even anyone in there. It wasn't. I bet you it wasn't anyone in their gang. It was.
Oh yeah, no, it was someone else.
Someone.
Dude, it was
paid.
It was also
professional.
right after the borders opened up.
Yeah.
No chance he's from WA.
No
chance. He's fucked off already.
No.
He's gone.
Yeah,
he's gone.
Yeah.
He's gone. Like they're not.
And if anything,
they're not finding the hitman. They might find out what happened.
Yeah.
But they will never find that man.
Oh, that guy's a paid killer.
Yeah, that man.
That guy's been getting away with murder everywhere.
Yeah. So he, but like that's interesting. That's even more interesting for me. Is like
the only interesting thing to me is like every other time it's like this gang member shot this gang member, this gang member shot this gang member. It was close proximity. It was because of a quarrel. It started off with this. Started off with that.
Like,
it's not like this person was assassinated from kilometers away while he was at a fucking public event,
which is cool, kind of.
Usually,
kind of cool. I don't know why.
In some fucked up way, it is kind of like, whoa, this has never happened before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like he's John F. Kennedy or some shit. Like he's like,
John F. Kennedy of Perth.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's like, I don't know. That seems just kind
of crazy though.
Because like you think about guns in Australia in general, and we're known as these guys that are like, but like
guns.
if you want a gun real badly in Perth, you can get a gun.
Yeah, you have to get a license and go through a process, and they check up on you every once.
Or the black market, but it just costs a shit ton of money. Which is probably what he has. He doesn't have a license because he doesn't know who. No one knows.
Well, I don't think an assassin would want to have a license.
That's what I'm saying. So yeah, it was me, lads.
What do you need it for? Oh yeah, I'm just an assassin.
I'd
like to renew my yearly license. Oh hey mate, how many kills this year? Oh yeah, about 40 mate.
It's just like,
not much. It's been a rough year.
Have you been using that sniper rifle? Nah, it's just on for show. How many bullets you got?
Enough.
A few. Like,
never bought any bullets.
Soldier 20.
Never bought any bullets.
Soldier 20 last year, mate. Got it on the books. Why'd you need some more? You been using it, mate?
No.
What's going on?
No.
Where's?
No comment.
You sure?
No comment.
It's a ballista.
No comment.
You quick scoping?
It's an intervention. No comment. You know how like when you fuck up because you're annoyed at someone asking you questions, and then they ask you something and then you accidentally answer because you're like, I just want to prove them right.
Yeah, that was a stupid fucking question. Why would it be a ballista with an iron sight? I remember that gun with a fucking iron sight.
Did you 360?
I would love for him to be like
how dare you, it was a 720.
An openly like him being open about the kill, like him just being. I would love for an assassin to do that, just because it was so good. Him just to be like, "Yo, guys,
you won't find me." Yeah,
that was me. Peace out.
Other
I
news
also would love to see how everyone reacted around it. Like, imagine that. Imagine for someone who just went to the motorplex and was like, there's a bikie gang over there. Oh shit, one of them's just been sniped, and it's just like, what, like.
I don't think there was a bikie gang. I think he was there with his family.
His family, yeah, no. But like, I'm just saying, as well. I don't know why, but I kind of felt it, and you might, like, none of you might think it's stupid. I would have some sort of thrill from being there.
And it happening?
Yeah. For some reason, I wish that I, for some stupid reason, was at that motorplex.
I'd shit myself from the first shot because...
I'd shit myself.
Do you know why? No. I'll explain
like
like this. I'd shit myself from the first shot. If I had no more shots, I'd be thrilled.
Yeah.
You know why?
Yeah, true. Yeah, no.
Because the first shot is like, how many more are coming?
Yeah, I get
because you don't know if it's a
shooting or if it's like a. Yeah,
but listen to this. Apparently, listen to how he did it. Obviously, the shot wasn't heard. Because first of all, it was silenced, and second, just when he shot it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
When all the cars went off.
Yeah, then it would have just been a scream around. I guess.
No one would have heard anything.
No, it would have just been the scream.
It would have just been like...
Yeah,
that's it.
You would have just heard the scream of his wife.
And the kid, because it grazed the kid. Apparently went past the kid's leg. No. It grazed the kid's leg somehow.
Yeah, I don't know how it's done.
But hit him in the chest and then went through his chest into some guy's leg. Which makes sense how it went to the guy's leg. But...
Sort of.
How did it graze the kid?
I'm trying to think of like the angle of the hill, like where that's possible. I'm not sure, but like
speaking of killers, an Australian mathematician finally decoded The Zodiac Killers code.
Oh, I saw that as well. I saw it. Yeah.
Crazy.
I actually didn't look into it, but like,
Have you seen the movie?
No.
Oh, see, okay, my friend over here does not watch any movies, and there's so many times where I'll go, "Oh, what a fucking sick movie! Remember that?" And then in my head, I'm like, "Oh, no, you don't remember that movie because you don't watch movies." And then, what's the point of being friends with people like that?
I don't know. I'm cool.
Anyways,
Other things.
So if you watch the movie, you would know more, but you could just read into it anyways. But it's so interesting. Like,
Why is it like a movie?
why is the Zodiac Killer?
Is it
There's
not
a
just,
movie?
No, but like, is it not like a documentary style?
That's
like,
I don't know if there's a documentary.
Because
But there's just a movie.
It's real.
But it's just a movie.
Okay.
I think it's just a movie because of the fact.
But it's based on the real event.
Yeah, the guy was a real person.
Yeah, that's
the
what
guy
I'm
was
saying.
a
So it's
psycho.
based on a like.
And he based it on the Zodiac. I think like he killed people. It was either he killed people based on a time or based on their own date of birth. I can't even remember. I really don't. I know there was another movie where some guy. Oh, that was 11. Remember 11? No. See, once again.
To be fair,
Remember 11?
I remember
the one where the guy's like, when Brad Pitt's like, "What's in the box? What's in the box?"
I remember, like, I actually remember.
And the guy killed
Zodiac
everyone
Killer.
because of like
I don't remember
for different
that.
sins. The guy killed everyone for different sins. Like he killed some real. At the beginning,
I've watched
he
a
killed
lot of
big
Law and
fat
Order.
guy,
I've watched
and he
a
was
lot
like
of Law and Order
gluttony.
SVU. So
Okay, well,
I'm
regardless.
pretty,
Anyways,
I'm pretty clued
very
up on
interesting.
that stuff.
Because they couldn't decode it for 30 or plus years, and finally figured it out.
How
And he
old was
figured
the
out the mathematician.
Yeah,
No idea.
I kind of want to know that.
Didn't look into it, but good on him for figuring it out. Even though like
Putting Aussies on the map, mate.
putting us on the map, but even though like what the fuck is the point at this point? Like, I mean,
No, it's cool.
Nah, it's
That's cool. It's cool.
interesting.
It's cool as
It's
shit.
interesting.
So and like you don't know who that might like bring some sort of relief to.
By what I've read, it doesn't really bring any relief. It was like, it was something about like, if you're reading this, blah blah blah, and you will never find me. I did this because of this. I did this because of that. It was just a few. It was basically a letter. They all thought that it was going to be a letter describing where the bodies are and why he did it, but it was more so like. It was more legitimately like, haha, fuck you, you'll never catch me. I'm writing this because of this, that. So he did explain sort of why he did things, but like, it
didn't give really the answers everyone was looking
it's
for.
not the evidence that they needed to. I don't know if they found all the bodies. I don't know if or everything is solved. They still haven't found the guy. If he's alive or not, they still don't know. But he's definitely probably still alive. Or he did it all and he necked himself.
I was gonna say like maybe
Because a lot of sick people like that do it for the thrill.
If he's working for some agency, like honestly, if you think about it, if you got someone that smart and that crazy, you think like if one of the big top guys like don't pick him up, it's like hackers, man. Like at the end of the day,
I understand
they
that,
get
but
jobs for the fucking industry.
You think there's
like,
not, but you think there's not plenty of guys that are just sitting at home and resentful of the world, and then they just like they're so intelligent that. Because of that intelligence, instead of using it for a good thing, they hate the world and they're so sorrowful because no one feels to understand them or blah blah.
Yeah,
blah.
but then
they go out and kill people.
Puts fucking money on the table, and they go, oh yeah.
Yeah, but what if no one knows that he's intelligent? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think people like that, people like him, like I could be wrong, but I feel like it's people like where they don't feel acknowledged by everyone for their ability, and so they're like, okay, I'll show you the world.
Yeah, and then
You'll never. It's
get
like
what you mean.
It's like you don't understand me. Aha! You know what? I'll kill all these people, and then I'll make a secret fucking language, and I'll make sure that you try your hardest to understand me. Do you get it?
Yeah, no, I get what you mean. But then when someone
Actually,
actually,
that's giving me a lot of good ideas. I mean,
if someone, if say the FBI found out who it was and found him, and they went to him, fuck, we like your work. That's approval. Here's a bunch of money. Work for us now. Be a part of the fucking behind the scenes of, and then you can say, yeah, fuck the world. They're probably saying fuck the world, and then that's I reckon that's what would be happening.
It's possible that he ended up being found by someone that didn't care if he was found or not, and was like,
theory. I might just start my own conspiracy.
And was
theory
like,
channel.
you know what, bro? You've been doing some good business.
I'm just gonna make a conspiracy theory video about how the Zodiac Killer is a part of the Australian Parliament. I reckon that's gonna be ScoMo is the Zodiac Killer.
What if? This would be so genius.
ScoMo, I'm watching you.
This would be really genius, right? If the guy that figured it out is the guy.
That would be cool.
If he moved to Australia or he found some identity that everyone thought lived here for all this time.
Oh,
was here, and then gave it like 30 years, and then for him not to be found out, he's like,
he's
look,
like, oh, idiots.
I found the code.
Yeah, and then he gets,
and then
he's trying to use that as something. Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Fuck, see, I'm even more twisted than the Zodiac Killer. That's the shit I do.
The Zodiac Killer's watching this like, fuck!
Fuck, this kid's... Wait, gotta keep listening to this pod, bro.
So this kid's like, fuck, why didn't I do that? I've got to go kill a bunch more people.
There's some great ideas.
Next week we get
I have a lot of ill ideas that should not be spoken
Next week
about.
we just all get a notification on our phone, the Zodiac Killer's back out. He's back out. News is he's watched a recent episode of the ScumCast podcast, episode whatever.
Who would you
influenced by Rasho?
This is gonna be something really messed up that I even question this or ask.
Leave your damn mic alone.
If you were to get a chance to kill someone,
yeah, who would it be?
It doesn't have to be a person. Yeah, it can be a type of person.
Okay, yeah.
Who would it be? Who would be the first person you kill?
First person in the world.
Mm-hmm. It can be either a person or it can be just a type of person.
I'd probably see. That's kind of a waste. I'm thinking, but
a waste. James Charles, because he rejected you.
Yeah. That I do it out of spite. I do it out of spite because I'm just angry at James Charles. James Charles wouldn't reject me.
Yeah.
He would love it.
He would love the attention. Have you shot your DMs?
I might just have to shoot him a DM. Hey. Be like, hey James, I'm in LA this week.
Hey James.
I was gonna say like a Saudi prince.
Why?
Because they're like, it's all just like one of their bullshit like amounts like that they just own, like all the money they own because of all the dodgy shit. But that's what I'm saying. It's kind of pointless because it's like there's gonna be someone else that it's just gonna go to. Who would it be if I had to make one person? I'm thinking like...
This is a really bad topic, by the way, in terms of just like people be like, what the fuck is wrong with these cunts?
No, it's pretty standard. I think a lot of people just say like Donald Trump, but like I don't think...
I love Donny.
But like that's a lot of entertainment for someone like me.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of entertainment value going out of my life.
I'm trying to think as well.
I'm trying to think of someone that like directly maybe involved, like impedes my life and frustrates me for some bizarre reason. No, I know who it is. It's the Queen. No, fuck the Queen. Yeah, no, the Queen's dead. Sorry, Queen's dead. Yeah, I can't believe it took me that long. Queen's dead. Queen is dead. See you later, Queen. She's gone. She's gone. Pow pow. If I had 2 bullets, one in her head, one on her leg, I don't know. I'll be...
You mean one in the leg first to make it feel pain and then one?
Nah, I'm nice. She's old.
Okay, fair enough.
But yeah, the Queen.
I'm trying to think.
Easy. I don't know why it took me that long. I fucking hate the Queen. Fucking hate the Queen. How dare she think she's better than us? There'll be patriotic English people that are like, ooh, she is. That's mad that you think that. It's mad.
Damn.
What happens if like
I asked the question, but I don't know the answer to it.
What would be the case, right? If she's technically royalty and I like just extract a bit of blood from her, and just like pop it into me, like am I?
Yeah, but how is that going to stay in your body? It's just
I'd love to see like an episode of like Black Mirror about that or some shit, like that they get blood from the Queen and like everyone's about to attack her because you've just taken her blood, but then you inject it into yourself and then you're repellent because they all start bowing down to you. Because
I don't think her blood works like that. This isn't an anime.
I know. I'm just saying how stupid the fucking patriotic English are, where they're like, yeah, the Queen, and
yeah,
like,
she's got different blood.
She's royal. Have you seen her? I couldn't live that long.
First it was Gerard, then the Queen.
Steven Gerrard.
Steven Gerrard, then the Queen.
Fernando Torres.
I fucking love it.
James Gallagher.
He's basically English.
Yeah, they'd put a Spanish fucking
in the top 3.
Oh, that'd be good. Scouse is like one of the hardest accents to get down.
Yeah, it is, because like sometimes
the only word I can say is Steve Gerrard.
Steve Gerrard.
Yes.
What coming out?
Fucking
when he comes out.
It's like such a. It's
like.
One of the worst
if you try, sometimes you'll go into like the whole like
Scottish. You just go Scottish. I go Scottish straight away, or Irish. Scottish or Irish, because it's
those are like so different. Yet for some reason, like I get lost in. Well, you know what? Normal English is a struggle for me apparently, so it's all good. And my normal language, Serbian, my first language, I'm forgetting so much of it. You know, I hate whenever I talk to any girls from Serbia that are more intelligent than me.
Well, just in general, or like
I base their intelligence. I don't know if they're more intelligent than me. They just know Serbian way better than me because they've lived there and they've studied uni there and they know these complex words I don't understand. And I'll be talking to them, and then they're just like,
"Well, technically, it's not really your native language anymore. It is your native. It is, but it's not your first language. Really, realistically,
I know more English now than I do Serbian. Anyways. I'll be speaking to them and they correct me on these words, and then like
I'd actually kind of like that.
I like that. I like that. No. I like that because I like being like corrected to the right thing. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But eventually it annoys me, not because they don't annoy me. It annoys me that I forgot.
Yeah. I get what you mean. You just get frustrated.
Because I was like, surely like I didn't forget that much. And then I start talking to someone.
It's easy to forget.
And then I start talking to someone and it's like, I understand most of the words, but I just don't remember them. Like if someone says a word and it's very like intellectual, I've heard the word before and I remember what it means. It's just that when I'm talking myself, it never comes up in my vocabulary.
Yeah. So you just speak like a very basic Serbian.
Yeah, I'm just a villager. I am a villager.
You're a street Serbian.
I am a villager.
You're a street Serbian. Yeah. But like if they were chatting in English, would they like...
But they don't mind, they still love me.
You'd spit on them, you'd be like...
Yeah.
You don't understand this intellectual gain.
These lower hominids.
These lower castes.
Lower hominids.
I pity on you. You know, it's cute. They can teach you Serbian, you can teach them English. It's that thing.
I want to learn Italian though, because I really like... Shout out to all the Italian women here. Look, I'm praising you right now, so you can all hit me in my DMs or do whatever I'd like. I love Italians, by the way, my favorite kind of women. One day I'll probably end up going to Italy just to maybe look for a wife if I'm bored or something. And we'll figure it out.
Yeah, when I'm bored, I just want to...
Monica Bellucci, you know, I know you're old. Anything going on with you, hit me up. If you have any daughters that are, you know...
Your age?
Or over 18 or, you know. Same, hit me up. Yeah. That's
just Monica?
That was just a quick shout out.
I thought you'd know, like, if Monica Bellucci had...
I don't really look into her daughters, no.
I thought you would have, though. That's the thing. Like, I thought, like...
No, I was just kind of obsessed with her. Because, like, you know, the thing is, like, a lot of the times, like, if you're hot, doesn't always mean you're, like, kids are going to be hot.
Oh, no, genes are genes. If you got good genes...
Yeah, but that's also not true. Because I've seen ugly people have some of the most beautiful kids. And then I've seen some of the most beautiful people have ugly-ass kids. It's just the way your genes mix with the other person.
Yeah, and it depends because like you can compare different people. Like, you can have like
and sibling. Like for example, if they have 3 kids,
one could be hideous.
And one could be a supermodel,
and one could just be average. Yeah, it's just like
that's what I'm saying. It just depends on like how the genes melt. Luckily, my genes melted perfectly. Big ass forehead like Rihanna, you know. Like
I got the
people love that
family, which I'm pretty happy with.
Yeah,
which I'm blessed with. Being the tallest in your short family is nice. I love like my entire life. I was always told I was tall by my family because I was. Yeah. Because like everyone in my family was like 5'5" and lower, and like I'm 5'10", and it was just like for me that I'm a freak. And then I go outside
and went to the real world. Wait, no, I'm not even a freak. But no, I am freak. I'm short.
It was just such a contrast because I was like,
I'm just so glad. No offense to anyone that's above 5'7". Not above. Under. I mean under. See, look. Offense to everyone that's above 6 feet, though. Fuck you. Bite me.
Yeah, no. 6 foot. Being 6 foot is overrated, man.
Yeah, Mac Miller said it. Why do I want to dunk? Why do I care? Why do I want to fucking high five people down? Why do I want to be tall and be loved by everyone?
Why would you want to look down on people? Like
why do I want to be in the NBA? Fuck that.
I would be in the NBA without being 6 foot. I'm just one of those. I've got.
Oh yeah, I'm
hops.
I'm AI.
I've got hops.
I'm AI.
I've got hops, boy.
I'm AI.
I hop like a white boy, like a crazy white boy, like a white boy that punches walls. White boy. That's how I hop.
Those aren't hops though. Those are
no, I could hop though.
Oh, right.
Like, you know, you imagine those crazy white boys, like they probably got hops.
I don't have to imagine that. Just look in the mirror.
Just the cracked mirror. You ever broken a mirror?
Never a mirror.
You have. You've broken my mirror.
Oh yeah, but that wasn't like out of anger. That was just we went to IKEA and we bought him a mirror, and I leaned it on this.
I leaned
it on this post, and usually it would chill there, but because it was so windy that day, it blew it and it fell. And luckily they replaced it straight away, which was good.
Otherwise, he would have to buy me a mirror.
I've never broken a mirror. I've broken a windshield, and I have cracked a little mirror.
Do you believe in all those like suspicions?
No,
like
because
like walk under ladders and shit.
No,
I
because
used to, as a kid,
I did it on purpose.
Yeah, same. I used to purposely walk under ladders.
Was it bad luck?
I was just like,
after today, all I'm saying is I got great luck.
All I remember, right? Like I remember, like people used to tell me, and whenever someone would tell me that it's bad luck, I'd go and sit under the ladder because I was just that type of kid. And I was like, fuck you. Also, it's like since a kid, I was just like, nah, I don't believe this bullshit.
Yeah,
this is I ain't about it.
But what made me not believe any of that was because when I was younger, they always just tell me, don't do that, don't go this, or like blah blah blah, and they were like, when it rains, if you stay under the rain, you'll grow taller. Plenty of times when it was raining, I stood outside, got wet. My mum got angry at me. Why are you staying outside? I said I was just playing. I had to even lie to her because I just wanted to be tall and I was the shortest in the village. You know what? I'm not the shortest in the village anymore, so it could be right.
No, you were so famous about your height from young.
Yes, cunt. Holy shit. They bullied the fuck out of me. I had glasses and an eye patch. Yeah, and I was the shortest.
Yeah, I think when you got an eye patch, you got other problems other than your height.
No, but the height,
actually, to be fair,
if I was a tall guy with an eye patch, I'd make everyone piss.
I remember.
I'd be a pirate. I wouldn't be a weak cunt.
I remember first seeing you, right? Because I remember first seeing you were short. You were short when I first saw you.
In like year 7?
It was when we versed. It was like primary schools versing in interschool.
Oh, okay.
You were short.
Yeah.
I
used to hang out with one of this guy called Jordan. Shout out John Da Silva. Still love the guy. He was like. Oh no, there were shorter guys than me in primary school as well. But like,
obviously,
me and Jordan were like me and Jordan were top 5 shortest.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. So me and Jordan used to hang out all the time. Like the short boys. But you know what? Me and Jordan hung out with the tallest guy, Mark, which is the funniest thing because it just looked weird when we hang out with Mark. But like it was like
Yeah, I was a tall.
We weren't tall, but we were tall figures.
I was in primary
tall
school.
Figures.
In primary school, I was one of the tallest.
Yeah, but look at you after high school.
Yeah,
you became one of the shortest in high school.
No, I was just the same height from primary. When do you go to high school? Like what year? How old are you? No, but how old are you? Like 12 then? 13?
I was 2 years older than you.
I had legit pretty much stopped growing by the time I got to high school. So when I came to high school, I was pretty tall.
Only started growing in like year 9.
Yeah, that's why I just looked at you and was like.
Yeah, and then I grew basically the same height as you. So
you're intimidated. Basically, you're
and my penis is big.
You still haven't caught up.
I'm gonna announce this on live. My penis is huge.
Cool.
Huge.
Is it?
All right.
Comparatively.
Like that.
Yeah.
Like that.
Nice.
White people.
I've been told everything is just a farce.
In comparison to other white people, I think I'm doing very well.
Yeah,
I think I'm in the NBA.
Oh, compared to other white people, I think I'm doing fine. Like, good. Yeah, because I.
Oh, but you're like G League.
Yeah.
I'm in the NBA.
NBA is.
I'm in the NBA.
Dude, what are you talking about?
I'm in the NBA.
If you go to Congo, they're the NBA players. You're not making NBA. What? How many white boys are in the NBA?
Did I just say I'm like Tyler Hero?
Yeah, no, you're not. So what you're saying, right?
No, you know, no.
What you're saying?
I'm Doncic.
What you're saying is you have the biggest white dick, which you know is false.
No, that's not. Yeah, no, that is false.
So you're in the G League.
No, what are you in?
I don't know, some like women's basketball.
Lower league, WNBA. That's why you grab your hair.
I don't have one. It's just
actually, today I do feel like a woman.
Whoa. We here on the ScumCast are the most progressive, the most
gender fluid podcast. Wait, should that be like
our tagline? I know the most progressive. We're just the most progressive podcast there is. I want an army of LGBTQ2S pluses.
If you look at it this way, wait, let me explain it this way, right? Because the majority of society right now is so sensitive and isn't able to talk about...
I'd be playing, by the way, just to go back to the basketball and dicks, I'd be playing under 12s.
Okay.
Continue.
That sounds very kitty fuckish.
No,
Anyways,
it means that I've got a 12... Yeah, anyway. I've got the same size penis as a 12-year-old NBA basketball player, which is still probably comparable.
You probably...
Pretty... Not bad.
When do you think your penis stops growing? Like 15?
Probably end of puberty, I imagine. Nah. End of puberty, like later. Or, actually, yeah, I'm trying to think when...
I know. I feel like there was a stage where it just got like big and you were like, whoa.
Nah, my dick has definitely got bigger from 15. I think.
Maybe, yeah. Oh, yeah, it has,
Because I'm thinking of me.
Oh, it has, now that I think about the measurements. Yeah, it has,
Yeah, no, mine has. Mine definitely
When do you
has.
reckon it stops? Like,
I think
like
mine has stopped. Yeah, mine
like 18?
stopped.
Mine
Mine stopped.
20? Like
Mine's got in reverse. Mine's 8.
Yeah. I'm getting in the pocket now.
Amazing.
Damn, I had something to say, but now you made me forget it.
Yeah, I was going... Oh, sorry, I brought it back to dicks.
This guy loves talking about dicks.
Yeah, well, it's an important part of biology. You were talking something about being progressive.
Oh, if you actually think about it in this manner, because everything is so like microaggressions, let's be conscious, let's be this, let's be that, don't say this, don't say that, be respectful of this, be respectful of that, blah, blah. If we are able to say whatever we feel, is that not progressive?
Yeah, realistically. But people don't see that. That's why people get it wrong. People get it twisted when think things are racist when it's actually not. When you, for an example, and I know this isn't going to sound like a good example to use, but majority, I think, of black people, for an example, don't mind the N-word being used as a term. Like they don't have a huge thing against it.
Yeah, they don't have a huge issue. They just hate. They don't want anyone to refer them.
The problem is the context, and if you're obviously using it as a derogatory term, it's fucking...
Yeah, because I know heaps of people...
It's the problem that we have is the exact same. As soon as you start saying, okay, only a certain group of people can do a certain group of thing, that's segregation. And that is that stems everything.
But then again,
as soon as you do that's what splits people apart. But...
Isn't there... I feel like
it's a very roundabout thing.
I feel like there should be a... Look, the way I see it is, I think things should be balanced rather than on one side or the other.
Yeah.
Because I reckon if you just think about being progressive, it eventually comes to here, where it's like, we're so progressive that we're not.
It's like, for me...
Or when you're like, so not progressive that it causes a revolution and then you're just super progressive.
For me, for an example, right, people think, like, it's the exact same thing for me. I, for an example, think makeup is a sexist thing. Like, if you think about it, right? Think about how makeup came onto the scene. Most likely a dude being back in however year it was made.
I'm pretty sure they used makeup for men first.
Yeah, but they made it so you look better. And it was for acting and for...
and for the judges.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like it was judged and that's what made you... But then it then became a thing of women just to wear normally. Mm-hmm. That's an inherently sexist thing, just to be like, hey, wear this so you look better. But now it's flipped 180 to the point where we're like, no, we can do what we want. Yes, you can do whatever the fuck you want. But realistically, if you look at it on that deepest level, it is still inherently sexist.
Yeah, people don't want to look at it on a deep level.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Just like it's see how it's.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Just like things can get so progressive that they don't.
And it's not. When you think about it, we should be so progressive and we should say whatever.
We should be balanced.
But it should be whatever. That's balanced. Whatever. Whatever. Yeah. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. Which is that's my stance.
Because as much as people are like, no, we don't need these people. It's like you don't need too many of these people, but you also need the same amount.
Another example is coming out as gay. Yeah. You don't need to. Realistically, why do you need to?
Yeah, you don't need to tell anyone. You could just be doing shit and people will just see it.
People feel a need to do it because they feel like it's different. But realistically, and people like if some. So
I think for some people it's like a big thing because it's like
they've been hiding it and it's a scary thing. I understand it because it isn't like But when someone comes out as gay, I'm never like whoa, well done. Like it's just their life. And like if someone ever thinks that's people would say that is homophobic when in actuality I'm just like I don't care. Like you can do whatever.
I never judged you on your sexuality regardless.
That's what I'm saying. Like if I was never like is that like it's like it's when someone says are you gay? That's an inherently homophobic question to ask because it's like it doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah. Why
So would you ask him if he's straight? It's like, it's like it's a weird, stupid thing, and it's like I just don't get it. It's just like whatever is whatever.
I didn't get a lot of things.
I think a lot of things like that are actually 360'd, and people that are progressive think it's wrong to do this. But in actuality,
how many things were you like? For example,
apparently the new game that just came out, the huge game. Apparently that was like
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, apparently it was. What's the word that they use now? Culturally appropriating, like fucking. I fucking hate that term. I fucking hate it. As someone who like.
What is it? Culture appropriating.
As someone who loves like black artists.
Yeah.
Like every single one in my top 10 is pretty much black.
My biggest heroes are black.
Yeah,
which
that's
is weird because you.
And it's just like I love that's my favorite type of music. Like I think just in generally they're way better at it. Like they just understand rhythm. I think naturally way better.
Yeah, they have a naturally like. Just a natural musicality that we.
And it sucks.
Don't.
It sucks that if you want to do something like that and take inspiration from it, it's not seen that way.
Yeah,
it's seen as a culture vulture. Thing. And I'm like, wait, I like it though. It's like I'm not doing.
I think you're not seen as but someone's always gonna see you as a culture vulture. Like for example, they still see Drake as a culture vulture.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like,
which I understand why they're coming. They're like, oh, he's but every time he takes from one culture, and when I say takes, I mean inspiration. He puts the artists on and he talks about it, and he never says, "Oh, I thought of this. I invented this."
See, that's the reason I don't like Drake's music, mainly because I feel like I've heard it, and it's just a general term of that type of music, and I prefer that type of music to Drake's music. But I wouldn't ever care that Drake does it.
Yeah.
Like if anything, I like the fact that he does do it. Yeah. It's just more fact that I'd never think he does it better than any of the other guys. It's like, why would I listen to it when I can listen to the other guys? That's my thing on it. Yeah. But like I would never go out and say, hey, Drake's like, how dare he go into like if anything, that's
how dare he go into the UK and
if anything,
shout out all these artists and then put them on like.
My dream is to have to be as multilingual as possible.
Yeah.
Like that is actually my dream.
Yeah.
I would love to be able to speak to however many different people because that just seems cool.
I think the main thing is you just got to give thanks.
Surely that then in the future is going to become cultural appropriation. But why is it seen differently? Learning something rather than like I just don't.
You know what the weird thing is? Everyone wants to be multicultural. Everyone wants to get along.
Hit a nerve. Someone hit a nerve.
Everyone wants to be multicultural. Everyone wants to belong. Everyone wants everyone to get along together. But as soon as someone starts overstepping boundaries, I mean, not really actually overstepping boundaries. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? But it's like, what do you mean? Because like imagine, okay, for example, they would if I took shit from the Roman culture, like ancient Rome, and I did something, no one would be like, you're a culture vulture of Rome.
Yeah,
because it happened so long ago.
The only time it should be bad is if you do anything derogatory towards it.
No, I think it's bad if you give no thanks. For example,
that's what I'm saying. You're derogatory.
You're not grateful, and you're not. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
You don't explain like, okay, these people are my favorite artists.
Say for an example, so this is an example of a female is wearing like a Japanese style dress.
Mm-hmm.
Like, isn't wearing it showing that you love it? You shouldn't have to say, "Oh, look, I love it." Like, you shouldn't have to. You wearing it is like you obviously like it. You're not wearing it as a piss take.
Yeah, but they don't like that. Some people use it as like just like a money making machine for them, and they didn't ever thank the culture or have no idea about the culture.
You mean I think they want celebrities to like?
Yeah, I think they just want people to be more like giving to what they take.
But what?
I think that's the only thing people
in that case. What do you expect that person to do?
Okay, for example, Russ. He always talks about how like he's informed about like what happened to like where he's taking inspiration from, what happened to the black culture during that time, like during these times in America. He gives shout outs. No, it's not about shout out, but he does help. Apparently, this is all apparently. He apparently gives back to the community and blah blah. So a lot of them respect him on that case. But there's people like fucking like Lil Xan and shit like that. That people all hate because it's like you're just taking everything from our culture. You're faking. You got these fucking tattoos. You got this. You're acting on this like drug culture, but you're not really ever like saying, "Oh, yeah, shout out to this or give back to this."
But at the same time, though, I don't think Lil Xan.
But you also can't expect anything from people.
I don't think Lil Xan really, at the end of the day, is really taking any sort of cultural thing. He's not acting black, in my opinion. Like he's not trying to.
But neither is Russ. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like I get what you mean.
But
like
they're saying you need to.
You're what you're taking inspiration from.
For example, let's say let's say it like this. Ready? This would be like wrong of me, right? If
like for example, I start making
Australian music, whatever that may mean, whatever. I just influences from like everything, like from Sticky Fingers to Ocean Alley to Chillin' It to Bliss and honestly anything. I take in all this and then I make something out of it and I go, I'm just Serbian.
Yeah, no, I get what you mean.
And I've never taken anything from Australia.
Yeah.
I just know the language.
I've never heard anyone say I'm just this. Like no one really.
Because I've been raised here and I've taken from the culture and at this point I've taken more from this culture than my own culture. Yeah. I know more about my culture and by my history. Not that there's that much history here, like 200-300 years, other than the indigenous history, which most of it is like disappeared, wiped out. Well, because they didn't really they
didn't get a chance.
Theirs was spoken, and they had many different languages, and also just the war. And also, when the English came here, they were just like kill these people, destroy this, make sure that the evidence isn't there. They never had a culture. Fuck you. So there's not much culture here, but in those 100 or so years, there's still a culture here.
Oh yeah.
And I've adapted to it, and I've taken from the Western culture, at least I could say. So me saying, "Oh, none of this ever did anything for me," that would be like, I think that's when they would be like, "Whoa, he's appropriating." What the fuck's appropriating culture? I mean, or being a culture vulture? Because the reality is at this point. This is why I say it. As much as
if you're doing it for clout and you're doing it literally for the experience of something.
But what if I
understand it?
I'm gonna be the devil's advocate here, right? What if you never say anything or give back, and you just it's not that you're not aware that you're taking from those cultures, but you're also not aware. As in, for example, some people aren't aware that everything you consume, as in not just your food, but what you're watching, all of that is sponged in. All of that gives you ideas. All of that teaches you new things. Sometimes you might hear a song 3 years ago and you hum and you're like, and then you make a song with the same sort of flow, but it's different lyrics, and you don't realize that you copied off someone. It's just in your head. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes you don't even know, because we're so like saturated at this point by all of this information, by all this crazy thing.
And it's all out there. All the information's out there in mainstream.
And it's like now when you go on the internet, it's like, I'm not just seeing the American culture. I'm seeing the Japanese culture. I'm seeing some French culture. I'm seeing all this different culture.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I don't even know where I'm taking from.
That's the thing as well, though, it annoys me. That's what I love the most. I love, like, the places the reason I've loved being in London when I went back is because, like, you look around and you don't see the same person twice. No. And it's like, that's the type of shit that I like. And it's like,
cultural.
And it's like, that's what is fun for me. Like, I try to stay as far away from my societal, like, normality as I possibly can. Because I don't like it. Like, I don't like to be just pushed into this corner of, like, you are from this place, you have to be this way.
Yeah,
it sucks. It sucks. Like, it's like, why do I have to just be this, like, I don't know.
English person.
Yeah.
Just English.
Yeah. I'll just shave my sides.
Stick to your... But you know what the funniest thing is?
Stick to football on the weekends with the lads. Couple beers after the game. Sunday sesh.
You know what the thing is? You can look at it that way. It's like you take it from a culture, but it's like... But that culture took from another culture.
Yeah. And it's like, they're all... silly. So do you know what I learned recently? Apparently, sarcasm in Japan, like, isn't really a thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, like it's kind of hard to, like... Even if you know Japanese, you can, like, obviously try and say something sarcastically, but they just will see it as, like, you lying
serious,
to them, or like being serious. So it's just like I was like, that's kind of interesting. But
I think by now, with the influence of other cultures, they'd probably have adapted to sarcasm.
Yeah, I imagine so, like, more so. But I think Japan, I think
they are very xenophobic.
I think they're the most or they're the least least influenced.
That's what xenophobic is.
No, least influenced by just English.
Oh, Western culture,
Western culture. I'd say they're still in their own kind of world.
Yeah.
Whereas most of the world now has pretty much been influenced by like Western culture.
Well, the reality is, as much as they're influenced, probably by a little bit, just based on like the English coming there, blah blah, and.
It wasn't just us. For everyone.
Yeah, but
we started it.
Mainly. Anyways,
we started it.
I think more of the world is influenced by Japanese culture than Japan is influenced by the world.
Oh yeah. We take
just like America.
Yeah, we take big influence from Japan, and they don't take much from us.
Yeah,
like they keep themselves pretty well.
just like America.
Yeah,
like America doesn't learn shit about the rest of the world.
That's because they don't teach it in schools. Yeah. Whereas we learn quite a bit. I feel.
And I'm guessing neither does Japan.
Yeah, like I feel like.
But I think the difference between them and Japan is like Japan, like you can go thousands of years back in history. They got these shoguns for like these 100 years and then this 100 years. While America's like, oh yeah, we 200 years ago we came here, took some slaves, expanded out. These are the states. That's it.
That's because America's more similar to Australia.
Yeah,
with like Indians and
colonized,
so on and so forth. And
colonized,
like,
colonized as the native people. While in Japan, it's like they don't really even. Oh, they.
I imagine
they probably go so far back that they don't even know where the actual natives came from.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah,
because apparently, what they've traced or what so that the people that were the indigenous in Australia were originally from like Indonesia and there.
Oh yeah.
But like this was when the world was still connected. Sort of closer or connected together. Yeah.
That's what then it split off, and then obviously Australia became more harsh because the conditions and so on. Yeah. Because Australian like the Aboriginal people of Australia,
they definitely would have darkened from just the fact that there's just hand.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
no covers in. Most of our fauna and flora. It's unbelievable. Is just like
when you think about it though, like their ability to survive in that kind of climate shits on us. Like think about it. Like,
bro, I die in this heat.
Think about like say if you got like it's the same thing with like Africans. To be fair, you put 3 of them in a natural fight. Like just pick 3 of them, 3 against us. They're fucking us up.
Probably.
Like athletically, like they are just fucking us.
Yeah.
Like they're just like they will kill. They will kill us. Like they will kill me. You know, I'm a puny white man. Like and it's like it's fucking weird when you think like they just came over and was just like, oh yeah, this is.
It just depends on genetics and what they were built. Like for example, my people.
Well, but like look,
my people, the Serbs. I think a lot of us are so hardened and tough is because our history has just been this. Well, not
it's
just
rough. It's rough upbringing.
Then again, agriculture was the main thing, and like people were working with their hands. But it's the fact that there was constant wars. It was constant wars. It was constant wars. It was constant wars. So it's like
constant wars.
You're always preparing for a new war. You're always preparing to harden up. Countries are isolated in this way. There was a point in time where all of our neighbors were against us. So it's like,
I think. Yeah, everyone was against everyone.
It depends.
Honestly, everyone was so patriotic because like
still against everyone. People. The thing is, one day it will get to a point where it's so mixed that like, as much as you will say you got cultures, you'll be like, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that, and the world be just so multicultural that it's just gonna like, hopefully not matter one day.
You think that, right? Because like,
but people like to hold on to their patriotism. It's like a part of me definitely still holds on to my patriotism, but. I don't not as deeply to the point.
I don't at all. I don't.
Not as deeply to the point where. Not as deeply to the point. Like if my country was in trouble, I'd mostly just I'd probably go back to do something about it. But if my country was going out there to fuck someone else up, I'd be like, yo, that's on you, bro.
Yeah, maybe stop that. Or
no, that's on you, bro.
That's just like you just.
What am I gonna do? Go back. Who am I to go? Stop, Serbia. No more.
I get what you mean. It's like.
Plus, my country is corrupt as shit. No matter what anyone said, the fucking government and the mafia would just.
It's crazy that we've literally got a country that are owned by the mafias. Like, it's
and then there's the biggest mafia of them all, the one that you don't see.
And
they're not even a mafia.
Yeah, they're just. I don't even know what they are. They're like they don't have.
Why would you even account those people as just almost? You know what you could even say? They're aliens. And not aliens in the definition of outer space. Aliens as in like someone that just, in some sense, not the same as us. Yeah. They've alienated themselves to a point where they're shadows.
And it's kind of because it's a scary thought.
It's one of those things where it's like it's so scary that it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's kind of just like and like I'm not. I
like for example, it's like saying oh man like. Oh, dying in a plane crash would be scary, but it's like,
yeah, of course. It's just
what can you do?
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like you just.
It's like saying, the people at the top of the world, they can just erase you, and it's like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying because it's like.
And so why would you be scared of something that's so like definitive
and that you cannot change?
No.
Like even
if they wanted you to be
even
erased,
if I were to be the most powerful person I could be, I still could not do anything about that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not born into that. Like
also, you could be the most powerful man in the world, and let's say you were part of that family, right? You're part of that family.
Oh yeah, and
there's other family.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And I try to go.
Or not even try to going against it. But what if there's just other people that are coming up to that point, and they just like, because like, look, as much as you're a shadow, I think those people that are super super rich. Because if we know about them, but we know nothing else, people like Jeff Bezos and stuff, they've shaken hands with them.
Oh yeah.
And as much as they have an ability to erase Jeff Bezos, he has an ability to erase at least one or two of them at once.
And I think
you know what I'm saying.
I think they'd be a bit
like he couldn't disassemble the whole.
He'd have to start the war for them to do anything. Like they're not just gonna like act.
Fuck with
like
it.
They're not. Yeah, well, there's no point.
Yeah.
Because like realistically, he as well is like a P. Like he's like realistically, you're still actually working for your money.
Yeah.
Whereas we're like just got this like corrupt shit where it's to the point where we don't really have to work for it.
Like you're working for the
work for it. He's not doing any work at this
like
point.
but like what you're saying is like he's working for the money they're making.
Yeah, at least he has. He still has. Yeah,
yeah.
He has at least a business that is just so. Because as much as we hate Jeff Bezos, right?
I don't hate Jeff Bezos. I don't understand why.
Everyone hates him.
Like,
why? Everyone hates him because it's like you got too much money and you don't really do much enough to help back society. Right. Which, in my opinion, may be a fair comment. Like I would say, because look, he does have the argument against it is like he doesn't actually own the money. It's just like in equity of his company that Amazon is just worth so much, so it's shown on his behalf, which is also true. But you would also think he would do more because he's obviously taking dividends out, so on and so forth. That being said, and like he doesn't really don't do enough back, as people think anyway. Yeah. Which is a fair comment because he is the
making so much money. Yeah.
Which is the wealthiest. If you are going to take the limelight of being the wealthiest person, you should probably do something like and try and help out. You'd think, but don't you think he'd have like a couple hospitals in his name or like trying to be something like because like that's what would make him loved more if he was just looking as if he would be helping people. But like there's none of that. But
do you think he's that affected? Do you think? I think when you get to that level, you're not really affected by what people say.
Probably not. I don't think he cares at all. But that's why people don't like him.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. But as much as we don't like him, Amazon is fucking OP.
In some fucked up way, don't you think he has helped society?
Yeah, he has.
Because he created Amazon.
That being said, has it helped though, or did we need it? Like people need.
But the way I see it is, if he didn't do it, someone else would have done it and done the same thing.
Yeah, like that I agree with.
And that's a wrong way to look at it because it's like, oh, what? So if Hitler didn't do it, you think someone else would have done the same thing?
Capitalism. At the end of the day, capitalism is the best thing we got, but it's not perfect.
You know what I was thinking?
Never gonna be.
I reckon if Hitler didn't exist, maybe not at the same time, but more so at the same time, because Hitler wasn't created he wasn't born as this guy that hated the Jews. Like,
and there was also
there was reasons they all came up forth. He was in the war, and then he felt betrayed by this Jewish person that was his command.
With his perspective, anyway.
Well, he actually didn't come up with the let's kill the Jews perspective. It was someone else.
He read a book, which he didn't. The book didn't say kill all the Jews.
No, the book just says they're doing everything and they're taking all the money, and then he's like, oh, well, he's not going to take it from the Germans. But what I'm saying is,
wow, Hitler,
if all of those things, it's like
Hitler.
The truth is, if Hitler didn't do it, someone else would have done it, because it wasn't just him that had the ideas.
There would have been someone else. Or
maybe not then, but in a few years.
It's the same argument.
Even people come about all the time.
It's the same argument where it's like, if I was in World War II and I was in Germany, I'd probably be a Nazi.
Yeah, 100%.
I've already said it on this podcast.
Jordan Peterson said it. Say it again.
I would probably be a Nazi. I'm not going to sit here and say, nah, man, I'm way better than
I'm
that.
righteous.
Like, if you have everyone in your country going up against you, and they're like, hey, are you either going to die or come kill some Jews? I'm probably going to be like, fuck those Jews. Fuck them. I may feel bad. I don't know. Like, because I probably would. I'd probably have some sort of moral conscience.
But then again, would you if someone think about
my life's on the
end of it. This is what one teacher that was at our school one time told us that one of her best friends, she said she was a German in Nazi Germany, and to this day still believes that the gas chambers was all just a story that was invented by the Jews just so like after Germany lost the war that they could blame them for even more. And to this day, the lady is like 80 or 90 and she still believes it. And my teacher was like, I'm still friends with her. Yeah. Just because she believes that doesn't mean... But she's like, I don't blame her. Okay, so for example, let's say this. I came to Australia, and from now on, from the day I was in Australia, they were to teach me that the reason I actually left Serbia is because Serbia is collapsing, and the people in Serbia are horrible, and I was not taught nothing else. I'd probably end up believing it. Yeah, because that's all you're taught. That's all you know. Well, from that age, and if they gave you rewards for hating, they gave them rewards. They were like, okay, if you do this, you'll become this. And they're like, oh, I mean, in a human brain that doesn't know enough. The thing is, what the problem is?
Especially young
people nowadays with the internet, with the ability to find out everything, whether it is a truth or just some bullshit, you find it. Back then, all you had to do, that being said, read books, and those books were so biased. Now you can find hundreds of things.
At the same time, it still depends on the mind that's going into it, because you can still get trapped in a conspiracy.
There is definitely misinformation. People believe, but what I'm saying is, at least it's better than this. Ready? Now at least
you can't take over a nation. Like there's no way, because someone's gonna go, hold on a second, I'm just gonna Google this.
Yeah.
Like, because people have their own cognitive thought.
Exactly.
Like
back then, it's like all you had was your schooling, and then whatever ideologies you came across. Now you come across any ideologies you actually seek out.
The government can literally just say, okay, take away every single school book that says this and replace them with one that says this. That's all it took back then. So who was it that tried to erase like a king from their history, and they like just took him out of every I can't remember the fucking
story.
Stalin? I don't think it was. There were, I have no idea. I don't know enough about history. Okay. But there was a
because I know Stalin used to do that with his party members, like people that were photos.
I think it might even been.
It probably was Russia. Russia was known for editing photos.
I think Hitler also did it as well.
Probably.
I think Hitler did it as well. And he would cut out people. That might have been it, which makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's what you.
The victors rewrite history. Because think about it this way.
Unfortunately, Hitler's predecessors didn't have a TikTok account where like, hey, this guy was. Where's this guy gone? Where's this influencer? Yeah. His Instagram, he stopped uploading. He stopped the Nazi pics. Where's the? I need my daily Nazi pics. Where is my Nazi pic?
Where the Nazi nudes? Right. No, that's the thing. It's like, for example, let's say.
Give me those Nazi.
For example, let's say you become a leader of a country, right?
Yes.
And then the first 3 generations, your generation, the generation above, and the generation under you, they all still might remember shit.
They all have huge cocks.
No, but they all remember history as the way it was. But then let's say by the time you turn 80 and you're still the fucking leader, the generation above you's gone, the generation under you, some of them are gone, but most of them don't even fuck. And then there's 3 new generations which you're just feeding. This person didn't exist, don't worry. Like you're basically feeding them.
You can make up anything.
And from then on, that's the history that's fed.
Yeah.
So it's like, honestly, at this point, who knows what's real and what's not? And at this point as well, why does it matter?
Yeah.
I understand that history should be... I think history definitely should be learnt because you don't want to repeat history. That's why they teach you about Nazi Germany. Because I think if we weren't taught about Nazi Germany, a lot of us, because we have the capability to go down that lane, would probably. But there's a counter argument where it's like, well, you're giving these people ideas. But it's like people come to ideas regardless.
You give stupid people ideas, and like stupid people can't really act.
But also people come to ideas. No, you just don't give, because for example, you could feed a very intelligent person things that Hitler did, and they could just tweak it into a way that could.
Yeah, no, but like that's the point though. If you're an intelligent person,
but that person's going to come to that idea anyways.
But like that's the point. That's what you meant by like when you teach it in schools, you're giving all the intelligent kids that basis of, hey, this is bad. So that's in their mind.
They're just saying this is possible, but regardless of how far you take it, it's never going to turn out well.
Yeah, and that's the whole point. It's essentially putting that into your head.
Yeah.
Whereas if you give an intelligent kid the no background and he has his own means to go find out information, then yeah, he might be able to find it and find the positive side of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like he might read onto Hitler and be like, wait, This guy did nothing wrong.
Yeah, this guy, like, you know, he might read his...
In your head, at least.
He's
Yeah,
like, oh, yeah.
Because
He's
like,
sounds like a powerful man.
Because think about it, he could be like, oh, maybe the Jews were bad and taking everything over. Maybe he was just trying to protect his country.
Yeah, if you read it from the Germans.
And then you could even sympathize with him being like, oh, you know, the war fucked him up. All the drugs that they were feeding him fucked him up.
That's
the age that he was in fucked him up. You can blame all that, but then again, it's like...
I've never been to Germany, right? How bad is it to, like, mention all the World War II stuff over
It's
there?
illegal.
So you just can't...
You're not allowed to say Hitler or talk about Mein Kampf, and you're definitely... If you salute in, like,
I know,
public,
no, I mean that. I don't mean that. I mean, like, how much do you... Like, if you were to mention it to a German human being, like, have a conversation about it, do they...
I wouldn't have a clue.
You wouldn't have a clue? Okay. I'm intrigued about that. Also see, like, how...
I guess we'll go... Next time we go to Germany, I'll be talking to some baddies and I'll ask them.
Yeah.
On that note...
Yes.
Think we're good for today.
Yes, how was...
Yeah. How
was
was World War II? Yeah. Oh, it was not very good for yours, yeah.
Not very good.
Okay, thank you for listening. Hopefully it recorded this time. Let's go.